How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
I honestly could not care less.
Why do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
I like action, psychological thrillers, science fiction, and occasionally a horror movie or two. Things that you don't really get from real life.
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
I never watched The Notebook, and I don't give a fuck about Beyonce. I probably did not even spell her name right in this script.
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies
When y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
Hello, my fellow male. Would you like to discuss the thing on a woman's chest formerly regarded as titties? Why, yes, I would, my fellow male. Yeah, no, I've almost never actually talked about any part of a woman's body with any of my male friends. I've discussed more lewd things with my female friends than I have my male ones. And we weren't discussing female bodies.
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
Why?
I don't assume that. I assume I won't like modern movies that star social justice jackass because if they're starring in that movie, then it probably has a crappy script that is just filled to the brim with political messages rather than a good plot.
Are you surprised when women are funny?
I'm probably funnier than you.
Firstly, I'm not surprised that women are funny. If the women around me weren't entertaining in at least some regard, then I probably wouldn't consider them close friends. Secondly, to the woman that said she was probably funnier than me, I severely doubt that. You seem as though you'd be a humorless ass that screeches over offensive comedy, aka you're probably thin-skinned.
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too. I'm busy. I got shit to do.
I don't randomly hook up with people, so I can't assume shit about your motives. I'm apparently not as sexually promiscuous as you are. Oh look, it's that I'm funnier than you person, not being funny.
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged?
Because you're a human on par with everyone else, so if everyone else is judged for their actions, then you will be too. Equality comes with goods and bads. If I didn't judge you like I do everyone else, then I'd be a bigoted jackass, wouldn't I? Now you have every right to sleep around with whoever the hell you want to as long as both parties are consenting adults. But your actions do have consequences. One of those consequences being that in general, people don't want to have sex with someone that has drastically increased their likelihood of getting an STD. Essentially, people want a partner, someone to love, someone to care for, not someone that identifies as a hand-me-down, or in your case, pass me around.
When men do it, they're congratulated.
Nope, used goods is a bad look for both sexes.
Why do you consider a woman a tease if she doesn't sleep with you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
I judge the girl based on the girl as an individual, not their sex.
In what world does no mean yes?
No means no.
Except on opposite day. Opposite day leads to a lot of confusion. That was a joke. That was literally a joke, but somehow I feel as though people will still claim that that was not a joke, even though they claim to have a sense of humor.
Why do you say that women are too emotional to be leaders?
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
I say neither of those things.
Why do you think that just because you're nice to me, I owe you my body?
I don't think that, and I don't want your body.
Why would you ever send an unsolicited dick pic?
Okay, well, you see, it was International Hot Dog Day, and I misinterpreted what the hell the day meant, and things got confusing, okay? But no, I've actually never done that. Literally ever.
Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments about women, but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay?
I don't really trust what you define as harassment, but assuming that you're not a complete insane individual, then, well, being a general jackass is still different than being a jackass towards a specific individual that someone actually knows and cares for. Personally, I don't give a fuck. Be a jackass all you want to someone I care about, so long as they can actually defend themselves. They will return fire, and I will stand aside and watch you burn without offering you any assistance because you started it. Hell, I might even grab some snacks and cook them over your slowly roasting ego.
How does it feel to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of making a point?
Good, because your points are dumb. I'm saving everyone time and brain cells. I say that not because you're a woman, but because you decided to work at BuzzFeed and participate in this video.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
We have nuts. They are located in between our legs. If you want a helpful reference photo, go ask that woman that was complaining about dick pics, because apparently she's been sent plenty.
I get that you have balls, but I don't stand around with my arms wide open to make room for my boobs.
You are an absolute moron, and I question why you unironically read that aloud. BuzzFeed and response videos have immortalized your stupidity. You know that, right? You poor, poor soul. Also, breasts are on your chest, not in between your arm and your side. Just in case anyone wanted to know why women don't have to T-pose all the time, yeah, that's why.
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex, even though we literally birth you? Like watermelons through like this.
Physically weaker. Physically. On average, women have less muscle mass and are typically weaker than men. There's currently actually a question as to whether or not biological men should be allowed to participate against biological women in sporting competitions, specifically because of this fact. Specific women can be stronger than specific men. But on average, women are typically weaker than men. Get over it. The ability or lack thereof to give birth is not what we're talking about when individuals say women are weaker than men, on average.
Why is it so bad to show your emotions?
It means you're human.
It's not, but men typically deal with their emotions in a different way than women. When I'm angry, I prefer to be alone so I can calm down. When I'm dealing with shit, I prefer to deal with it myself unless it's something that I cannot deal with myself. Simply because the average man doesn't want to deal with their emotions the way in which you want them to, does not mean you get to pester them again and again and again. They will deal with it how they deal with it. The most you can do is encourage them if they need help to seek help. Otherwise, leave them alone and let them deal with it.
Why are you always trying to prove your masculinity to me?
I'm not. I couldn't care less if someone I don't care about thinks I'm masculine or not. Why are you trying to prove your femininity to me? Oh, you're not? That's just the way you behave? Well, same thing. I'm not trying to prove anything to you. Egotistical much?
Why the f isn't it ladylike to cuss? When did words get gendered?
It's not proper for anyone to curse. That's why they're called curse words. It's not polite, and you wouldn't expect it of a gentleman either.
Why is it your first instinct to doubt women who have been sexually violated or raped?
Unless I know the individual, I have no basis on which to believe them or not believe them, whether they're male or female. I'm not going to throw away my beliefs in innocent until proven guilty for a complete stranger, since I have absolutely no clue where they stand morally. Until the accused is proven guilty, I most likely would not comment on something significant, or I'd only choose to give opinions with stipulations like, assuming that the incident did actually occur the way X said it did. I would add stipulations, because we don't know whether or not it actually occurred that way.
Why do you assume a woman's angry because she's on her period?
Why do some women blame their periods for hormonal shifts and then get pissed when a man assumes that the latest mood swing might be caused by a period rather than the woman being a bipolar asshole? Would you rather a man assume that you're just being a bipolar jackass, or would you rather that they assume that you're at the mercy of something that you can't control, which happens monthly? Which one would you prefer? But don't worry, I've heard you loud and clear. You as an individual are just bipolar.
Why do you think women that wear makeup are false advertising? We can say the same thing about your dick size.
Presumably, people say it's false advertising because putting a pretty sticker on a box does not change the contents of said box. And no, you really cannot fake dick size. No amount of makeup adds mass. Makeup only hides imperfections, which is why it's called false advertising by some individuals. Personally, I prefer that no one wears makeup. I would prefer to know what that individual actually looks like. And it's sorta easy to tell when a man is stuffing something down a pant leg because it's very obviously fake. And I've only ever heard that in jokes. I've never actually witnessed that, ever.
Why isn't it weird that there's a bunch of old white men sitting in a room making legislation about what I can and can't do with my body?
Why are you judging them solely based on their sex and race rather than what they are saying? You realize that all lawmakers legislate what the entire population does with their bodies, right? Why can't I go around drinking in public while nude? Why are those damn politicians legislating what I can do or can't do with my body? When talking about pregnancy, it's not a black and white issue because the zygote, embryo, or fetus within you is a potential new human life. It quickly becomes a muddied issue because of that fact. It becomes a gray issue. It's not black and white whether or not you like that fact. I'm personally pro-choice in a vast majority of cases, except for certain circumstances.
Do you have a coochie?
No. Do you have a dick?
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Take something you like, now double it and put it together. Now you have double the thing you like. Wow, how is this complicated for you, honestly? I know straight women that like yaoi, aka a man fucking a man.
How does it feel to get kicked in the balls?
It's painful. So painful that you can have a grown-ass man on the ground crying.
Do you ever get tired of trying to be manly all the time?
Do you have to try to be womanly? Is it not inherent to you? Is that why you're wearing plaid? No, I behave how I behave.
Why are you so afraid of gender equality?
I'm not, but there's a difference between equality of opportunity and equality of outcome. Equality of opportunity more often than not leads to a fair society. Equality of outcome does not.
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
If you work less days, put in less effort, make different choices, go into different fields, etc., 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 you will get paid less. Your genitals aren't the only factor. In fact, it's actually illegal to even factor your genitals into your pay. Stop staring at them and get back to work.
In what world does 77 cents equal $1?
Clown world, because that's where you must live. Work more, work harder, work holidays, put in the effort, and stop staring at your body parts.
In what world does 68 cents equal $1?
Same answer.
How is that fair?
It's fair because you don't know statistics. Clearly you don't. You're just regurgitating stupid talking points that are false.
Why are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you?
Wait. I thought women didn't make more money than men. In fact, apparently they're all being underpaid. Apparently, I don't know why business people don't just fire all the men and replace them with women, because apparently you can just get away with paying a woman less, because screw logic. But I thought women were being oppressed by the men. I thought men were keeping the women down. Why would the patriarchy allow a woman to earn more money than a man? Why did your stupid boss give the order to ask this question right after the previous one?
That's awesome. More money.
Wait. So if a woman is being paid more than a man, that's awesome, because more money. But if a man is being paid more than a woman, then it's not awesome, and that's sexism. Even if there's still more money? Really? So a woman doing better equals good, but a man doing better equals bad. The person that wrote your script really did not think this through, or they're just a complete and utter jackass.
Why are opinionated women seen as bitches?
When opinionated men are seen as bosses.
They're not. If they're behaving bitchy, then they're bitches. If an opinionated man is behaving like a douchebag, then they're a douchebag. Stop looking at a person's genitalia and look at how they've been behaving. You're worse than teenagers, honestly. Stop staring at everyone's groin, you glorified children.
Why aren't you speaking up when you hear your male friends behind closed doors make jokes that are offensive to women?
1. Why is the supposed funny one complaining about offensive jokes? Because offensive jokes are still jokes. 2. Offense is taken, not given. You can call me all the nasty terms in the world and I won't give a damn. I probably won't even block you. The worst I'll ever do is mute you, just so I don't have to look at you. 3. You're not present, are you? You stipulated that it was behind closed doors. So you want me to please someone's speech just because it exists. Not because you're actually there and are getting offended in real time. No. You're not even there. 4. I'm not going to try and police anyone's speech just because you're incapable of not behaving like a goddamn adult and not giving a damn what someone says.
Why are you so afraid of recognizing your own privilege? Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just recognize it and do something about it.
Why are you so afraid of showing it with genuine evidence that can't be laughed at by literally anyone that knows how to conduct a proper study or interpret statistics? Why are you so asinine as to assert something as fact without providing evidence? Making a claim about an entire sex simply because you want an excuse as to why you're not doing as well as everyone else.